Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. I say again, welcome to my podcast, Snacks Thoughts. And what is my thought for tonight? My thought for tonight on this episode would be avoid controlling personalities. And I'll say it again, avoid controlling personalities. And what is the reason as to why I say that? The reason why I say that is people that have controlling personalities that can be really toxic. And if you allow them, into your space or to your life, they may want to try to take over your space and manipulate your life. And so it is my opinion that if you can, seek to avoid them. And when you have to deal with them, make sure you set boundaries and you lay the rules down and you hold your ground. See what happens with individuals that may be quote unquote control freaks. A lot of that stems from inside maybe fear or insecurity. And so they may feel this particular need to try to control things or even to try to control other people. And as we all know, as human beings, we have a free will, and nobody thinks the same. Nobody does things the same, but individuals that have controlling personalities, they seek to try and dominate or, dominate others. And many times these individuals with this particular, if you want to say, character flaw, um, they don't see or may not understand exactly how they affect, others around them. It's kind of like tunnel vision, where they feel it should be and must be their way, or no way. And if they lose control, for them, it's like their world self-destructs. And so these are just some words, of wisdom, you know. Avoid controlling personalities, if possible. And when you do have to deal with them, you make sure that you maintain your boundaries and don't allow these type of individuals to overrun you. You know, um, keep their hands. Make sure that you keep their hands out of your cookie jar. And if basically what that means is make sure that they tend to their own business, and not to your business. Because if they spend too much time seeking to run other people's lives, you know, they can get in the way of what your purpose is, or they can somehow hinder it, and even though they may think that they're right, or they may mean well, but it doesn't make it right in the manner in which they try to go about doing it, because it boils down to selfishness, or power, a need to dominate, you know, and if they don't have that, they feel like they're at a loss. But it should not be their need to dominate, what I'm saying, or control things should not be a loss or at your expense. So you have to know how to set your boundaries and hold your ground, and hold it firmly when dealing with individuals like this. Now, if at all possible, when you recognize individuals with these characteristics or this type of personality, if possible, you know, um, seek to avoid them so that you basically won't have this individual as a stumbling block or someone that can create obstacles. But in anyway, if you do, then make sure that you stand up to them and you let them know, exactly what the boundaries are, for what it is that you're seeking to accomplish. And if they cannot get um, with the program, for you, then you got to cut them loose. You know what I'm saying? Cut your ties. This life is challenging and difficult enough as it is. You don't need any extra weight or someone that's supposedly trying to help you, but they are combative. And you don't need to be getting into power struggles over something that belongs to you, and that thing is called your life. you know if it's your life, what I'm saying, your career, your money, what I'm saying, your emotions, you have the full right, to um manage and handle these things, as you see fit, so long as you are not harming or hurting others, you know but if you can avoid controlling personalities, if you can, granted, if not, you know lay your rules down and make sure you stand your ground with these type of individuals. They only understand, I guess, if you want to say, power. you know they don't respect weakness, and if you show yourself to be weak, and if you give these type of individuals an inch, they will take a mile. So if you at first hint, when you see it and they getting ready to try to step into your territory, you have to shut them down, immediately, and basically tell them to make sure that they stay, on their side of the fence, and make sure they monitor, what I'm saying, and take care of their own ground, and don't worry about what it is that you're doing. But this is something short and sweet and and quick, to the point. But there's always a method to the madness, and you got a lot of different personalities that are in this world and that you're going to come across. But it's just some insight into know how to deal, with certain types of personalities. And if you let certain personalities, what I'm saying, run too deep, with their habits, what I'm saying, and their way of doing things, sometimes it can be toxic to you. So you want to nip these things in the bud, what I'm saying, and these type of individuals, if possible, and if you got to deal with them, then, know how to deal with them and basically check them, check them. But that's all I have on this one. Avoid controlling personalities. Avoid them if possible. If not, you make sure you deal with them, what I'm saying, upfront and immediately. So you save yourself a lot of headaches and problems in the future. All right, guys, that's all I have on this one. Thanks for listening. The name of this podcast is Snakz Thoughts, SNAKZTHOUGHTS. And this podcast can be found on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, SoundCloud, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Radio PBM, and a host of other social media platforms. And I also have a YouTube channel called Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube. EricBroadusYouTube.com. So please subscribe to Snakz Thoughts, and also subscribe to Eric Broadus YouTube. And when you go over to my YouTube channel, smash that bell to become a subscriber. Smash the like button and leave a comment to like the video. If you don't like it, then hit the unlike button and still leave a comment. Everybody has a right to their opinion. And also, before I close out, I also teach classes on Skillshare. So please go over to my Skillshare, which I'll leave the my referral link in the description, and check me out. I'm teaching classes for those that would like to know how to succeed in the military. So please check me out. And I will be uploading more classes, on Skillshare. But more to come, guys. But see you on my YouTube channel and on this podcast. All right, guys. Peace out. Later.